Hi everybody, it's Sarah. This is my channel. Welcome. Um, if you're wondering why I'm making this series of story times, you can go and check out my very first video that will help explain it for you. But as for this story, I'm just going to go ahead and start. So, for 7 years, from when I don't really remember when it started, but I remember when it ended. I was 12 years old. So, it must have started when I was about 5. My sister would make me perform sexual acts on her. She would make me suck on her breasts, scissor her, finger her with a blush brush. Lots of degrading stuff. Most of it would start out, she would ask me to come rub her back. I could sleep in her room if I rubbed her back, but mostly then it would turn into some kind of sexual act, whether it was fondling or actually, like I said, with the blush brush. That was her like favorite thing. That's not funny, but I don't know. Anyways, after my sister moved out, she went to college, and I was about 13 at the time, and I told my mother that I had been sexually molested because I didn't realize for a long time what had happened. But when I told my mom said that the same thing had happened to her, that basically everybody has a funny uncle in the family, and it didn't really make me feel any better. I mean, that kind of, I'm getting emotional just thinking about that. I mean, that, it really felt like she was denying what had happened to me. Like, I guess she didn't want to think about her other child doing that to her youngest child, and what kind of mother would think that that would happen. I just don't know how she didn't see the signs. I was definitely an over-sexualized child. I was masturbating by the time I was 7. I lost my virginity at 13. I just don't understand how a mother could react like that. Yeah, that happened to me. Everybody has a funny uncle. I still have a hard time dealing with it, as you can see. But I did go. I was sent off to a placement in my state that is dual diagnostics. They deal with substance abuse problems as well as mental health issues, and after being evaluated and diagnosed with bipolar disorder and a dependence on marijuana and cocaine, at the age of 16, I was sent to Fairmont, West Virginia, to a placement for 9 months, where basically we just had therapy every day, and I learned that my body's response was not under my control. So basically, your body's natural response does not mean that you wanted it, or that you liked it, or that it was even pleasurable. That was a really hard thing for me to deal with, because I thought I liked it. And then my therapist explained that it's just a response. It's just a natural response. But I've always felt like I was damaged goods. Like there's something wrong with me, and that nobody, not even my mom, really cared about what was happening to me. It's still really hard for me to deal with. Oh, and before I had been sent off to that placement, I'd been in a mental hospital several times for cutting. And I had to get 56 stitches at one point, and I can barely see. But, yeah, then I fell into, pretty deep drug addiction, heroin, any kind of opiate, really. I still like to smoke a little pot. That always kind of takes the edge off me, especially when I'm having a pretty high day, like manic. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I gotta go see what my daughter wants, so I guess I'll be making another video in the next few days. Let me know down in the comments what kind of stories you want me to tell, if you want me to elaborate on any of the story that I told in this video. But anyways, thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day.